What's going on, everybody? Welcome back. Thank you for watching. As you can probably tell, I'm losing my voice, so we're not going to talk a whole lot in today's video if I can help it, which I'm sure is just fine with all of you guys. But I am actually super excited for this video because today we finally have a real high-speed slow motion camera, which is something I've been wanting and talking about getting for years at this point. So what we're gonna do is set up our new slow-mo camera and shoot really cool targets with really cool guns and see what bullets do in super slow motion, because in regular footage you just don't see as much as you do in slow-mo. So this ought to be cool. But really quick, before we get started, I want to give a couple shout outs. Number one, my buddy Chris Rollins. He has a criminally underappreciated YouTube channel. He should literally have 1 million subscribers, and I'm not kidding. So go check him out. But he has been talking me into getting one of these for like a year, and he really helped me with getting it set up. He also introduced me to Brad from Impact Props, who does have 1 million subscribers, and for good reason. Another great channel, go check him out as well. But Brad is the one who sold me this thing. He ended up giving me a really good deal on it. So YouTube networking at its finest. And by the way, for those of you wondering, the camera we have is the Kronos high-speed camera, and this is one of the very few affordable true slow motion cameras. And I say affordable loosely, it's several $1,000s, but compared to the other ones that are literally 100 grand, it kind of makes it tough for scrubby little YouTubers like us to afford them. So this is very cheap in comparison, but I'm excited. Let's set this thing up and see what kind of epic slow motion we can actually get out of it. All right, so we're just gonna start rapid firing through this stuff so you guys don't have to hear me talk a whole lot, but everything I brought out today I think will be very cool in slow motion. So first up, we have light bulbs. I've lined up 3 on the table here, and this is something I've wanted to shoot for a very long time, so should be cool. All right, for the light bulbs, we're gonna use the 22 long rifle. I think for some of these targets, the 22 is the best caliber to use for slow motion. So we'll start with this, and then we'll get out some bigger guns. And the camera does have different frame rates, but the higher you go, the lower the resolution is. So we're gonna start on 1500 frames per second, and if we need to, we'll raise it and get even slower motion. All right, light bulbs, let's see what happens. I'm gonna try to put it right through the middle. Nice. That is awesome. See, in real time, it just looks like the light bulbs kind of explode and there's really nothing to it. But in slow motion, you can really see how cool that is. And again, that's only 1500 frames per second, but it's the best resolution we can get out of the camera. So next up, let's try some silly string. All right, we have 3 cans of silly string. I'm gonna use the 22 again, and I think it should be powerful enough to get through all 3, but let's see. Probably should have had a wider angle shot on that one because it went everywhere. All right, let's see what the silly string looks like. All right, guys, now it's time for the watermelon test. So I have 3 of these, and what we're gonna do is shoot 1 at a time and different frame rates and see if we notice the difference. And for the watermelons, we're gonna use the 7.62 by 39 out of the AK-47 because I know this is a good watermelon destroyer. So starting on 1500 frames, and then we'll go up from there. Nice. All right, that was pretty cool, but now I raised it to 3500 frames per second, so more than double the frame rate of the last one. Let's see if we notice a difference. Well, that was awesome. I don't know about you guys, but I could definitely see a big difference from the first one to the second one. So now we're all the way up at 6,000 frames per second, which means we will see a pretty big loss in quality, but maybe it'll look even cooler. I don't know. And for this one, I'm gonna throw a curveball at you. So this is the 500 Smith & Wesson Magnum, the most powerful handgun I've ever owned, and we are gonna hit our third and final watermelon with this beast and see if we can get a pretty cool explosion. And for this one, we are gonna use the 425 grain vaporizer hollow point. This thing is a freaking flamethrower, so should look pretty cool. The problem with the 500 Magnum is I flinch really bad every time I shoot it, so hopefully we don't miss the watermelon. All right, guys, moment of truth. Let's see what the 500 Magnum looks like. 6,000 frames per second. Whoa! You can see the bullet. I don't know if you guys saw that. You can actually see the bullet coming in, and then when it hits the watermelon, you can literally see all the sections breaking apart as the bullet goes through that melon. That is incredible. All right, well, I'm sure you all saw this coming, but we have to make a fireball. We've shot these things a million times, and I need to see what it looks like in slow motion. And for this one, we're gonna use the AR-15. Well, good thing it went that way. Now, before I completely lose my voice, I want to give a big shout out to opticsplanet.com. They actually sent this ACOG for us to use on the channel, so we will be doing a lot more with it in the future. And if you don't know, we do have a discount code with Optics Planet, and all you have to do is text One Shot TV to 80907 and they'll send you a coupon right there through text message. I get no kickbacks from it, but it's really easy to do and it saves you money, so kind of a no-brainer. I cannot believe it, but I almost forgot one of my all-time favorite targets, shaving cream, and I have a feeling this is gonna make a pretty big mess. And for this one, we are using the 9mm Glock 19. As if the silly string wasn't messy enough, this will probably be even worse. Yes, that's not gonna be easy to clean up. Wow. So watching this one back, this might be the coolest one we've done so far. It literally looks like there's no gravity, and a lot of the shaving cream is just like sitting still while the cans behind it are still flipping and shooting out more shaving cream. I've never seen anything like this. And I assume because shaving cream's so lightweight, it took it forever to finally fall to the ground. That was pretty awesome. All right, guys, that's gonna do it for me today. As you can see, I have a huge mess to clean up, and I think we've had enough slow motion for one day. Plus, I'm about to totally lose my voice any second now, so I should probably give it a break. But don't worry, we will be using the slow-mo camera in pretty much every video from here on out. I really wanted to do the 50 cal today, but I think this video is already gonna run kinda long, so we'll save that for a future video, and I think it will be absolutely awesome. And also, feel free to give me your ideas down in the comments below of what you would like to see me shoot on the new slow-mo camera. I'd be glad to hear from you guys as always. If you like the video, let me know in the comments as well, and hit that like button for me, guys. I'd really appreciate it. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you next time.